about 13 miles from downtown Atlanta. Welcome to Truist Park. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming your way next. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Hayes. The pitch. Outside low. And that's how this game gets started. In the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Here's O'Neal Cruz. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball, 98 miles per hour.
And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. A gigantic blast. His 7th home run of the season. It's 1-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
One out, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Jack Sawinski. That one missed. Strider, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a 2-seamer. Ground ball, Olsen. And he takes it himself for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's J.D. Martinez. And Singy, they're dealing with a former MVP in this spot. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. There's a swing and a drive. Harris ranges back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Going, yeah, we in go mode. Going, yeah, we.
Bottom of the first. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris. The wind of the pitch. That's a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
No ball, 2 strikes.
The 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And here it comes. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Not even close there. 1-2 to count. Goes down looking. Here's Orlando Arcia. 2 for 8 in the series so far. That flips the corner. Skenes, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Righty to the plate. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Just off the outside corner. And the count is 1-2. Got him swinging. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. He wrote a terrific piece before the season that detailed his love for baseball.
Yeah, he and his friends would play at the beach, in a huge lot behind the hospital, or out on the street. All they needed was a newspaper and some tape, and they were ready for a game.
0-2.
2 outs. This ball's chopped to the ground, and it goes just foul. And the 0-2. And ball 1.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really happy.
Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul. That one ripped. And that is a foul ball. Pitch misses. 2-2. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Bounce to third. Hayes. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. Back at Truist Park, top of the second. Now here is Brendan Donovan as he turns on the rubber with that good live arm delivers. In the air, out towards left center. Harris puts it away. 1 up, 1 down. Ryan Reynolds here. He's a former All-Star Game MVP, Siggy. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Waste no time there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Reynolds stands at first with 1 out. Next offering upstairs.
You know, his home run numbers in his last 10 games have been really good. He's been a difference maker in their lineup.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground, could be 2. Albies. The throw to second. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. Back here in Atlanta, we head to the bottom of the second. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. Here's a strike.
0-1.
Big swing and a miss.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Next one misses.
1-2.
It's a ball and 2 strikes. Fly ball to right. Durant moving under this one. Makes the catch. 1 down. Here's Austin Riley.
Lefties can definitely be a little ball happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it hits the fence. Now he'll turn for second, and he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Ozzie Albies now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Lined, and that's a base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Anytime you run a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And it's strike 2.
All eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Cruz to second, got him. The double play cuts down the potential tying run. And we're back. Top half of the 3rd inning. Now it's the right fielder, Ezekiel Duran. Strider back to work. Hopped up right side. Under it. Puts it away for the out. Endy Rodriguez, the next Pirate to hit. First pitch misses.
Strider's a guy known for his velocity. He can bring it, but that wasn't always the case. Coming back from an injury.
And he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Back to the top of the lineup, and now the Pirates leadoff man, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Flied to right his first time. That one missing inside. Strider, a righty that throws with power. 27 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Now a screamer into the outfield. Harris hauls it in for the out, and there's 2 down.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Cruz takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. That one to first. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Up next for the Pirates, Jack Sawinski. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1.
First and second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That one almost got him. Strider, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Max Kepler. The pitch.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch. Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Durant hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's Sean Murphy.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
There's a strike. The Braves trailing by a run here in game 3 of this 4-game series. Next offering is downstairs. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 away. Michael Harris getting ready to hit. Caught looking his first time up. That's a strike. And it's 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
The 0-2. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Rodriguez makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back at Truist Park, and Martinez. Strider back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that one.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone.
1 ball, 2
Get a
strikes.
swing and miss and get through this at bat.
1-2 now. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Brendan Donovan, the next Pirate to hit. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Line drive. Harris makes the grab. 2 down. Ryan Reynolds, the next Pirate to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. And a ground ball to first. Olsen steps on the bag, and the Pirates go 1-2-3. Back here in Atlanta, ready to go, bottom 4. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Orlando Arcia. And he deals. That's in for a strike.
You know, these Braves just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Line drive, base hit right field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Acuna swings through it for strike one.
0-1.
That one ripped, but foul.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
1-2.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And now Matt Olson up to hit. He's 0 for 1. And the first offering is not close. The Pirates up by a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And down on strikes he goes. 2 gone. And next for Atlanta, Austin Riley. Doubled in his first debut. That one hammered, but pulled foul. The 0-1. Lined into left center, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And that one fouled off. Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2.
0-2.
Arcia on second. Riley on at first with 2 down. The 0-2.
1-2.
Squirts away a little bit, and an excellent job keeping it right there. Struck him out looking. Huge call, third strike against a big. And we're back. Up to the plate, it's Brandon Belt.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
That one fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Got him looking. And there's one down. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Ezekiel Duran. This one in the air. Olson settles under it and makes the grab. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And now Andy Rodriguez. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. Ball 1, no strikes. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Bounce to the right. Albies. And that is the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now it's Austin Hayes. The right-hander back to work. That's outside.
That's the ball.
1-0. That one in triple digits.
1-1.
And another ball. Righty delivers. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. Now batting Max Kepler. Foul ball there. One down, bases empty. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
0-2.
Left-hand hitter waits. That one ripped right center field. That's down. One hops off the wall. The throw into second, and he's got a double. One out, runner at second. Now in for the Braves, Sean Murphy. Fought off foul. Here comes the 0-1. One out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. Next pitch is downstairs.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close.
He swung over top of the curveball. So the batting order turns over. Now it's going to be Michael Harris. It immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Fouled off. He was late. Tying run in scoring position here in game 3 of this 4-game series. Got him! And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. Down the number 2 hitter, O'Neal Cruz. And there's a foul ball. Cruz goes 6 feet 7 inches, 215 pounds, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League.
1-1.
The pitch. Ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. 1 up, 1 down. Jack Sawinski, the next Pirate to hit. Short hop liner, handled it short. Throw to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's J.D. Martinez. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right. Out front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
1-1.
Now 1-1.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
Wouldn't chase that time. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Bottom of the 6th inning. And now the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. Wind in the pitch. There's a strike.
Well, the guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter. You got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen.
1-1.
But you got to take what he's offering that day.
The shortstop takes the ball. That clips the corner.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Out front and foul to the left side. Here comes the pitch. And that's too high. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. He goes down looking.
Now first base.
Matt Olson up to the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Just
That's down.
missed.
That's the ball.
2 outs, base is empty. And he hits a ground ball right side. Toss to Bell. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Back here in Atlanta, we go to the top of the 7th. Now it's the second baseman, Brendan Donovan. Strider back to work. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. It's 0-1.
A little tardy on that fastball. He's going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
And that's downstairs and outside.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Hayes ranging after it. He makes the grab, and there's 1 down. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Ryan Reynolds. 1 for 2. And a foul ball. And that one is inside ball 1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
The pitch. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Next pitch is outside.
Count is full.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Well struck, right field. Hits the fence. Now he turns and heads for second. Tries to get back and save.
All over that one right there. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle.
Runner takes off. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul. Reynolds leads off first with 1 away. Strike 2.
They can live up in the zone all game, and hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Yeah, that's outside. Ball 1. Got it by him for the kill. And now the right fielder, Ezekiel Duran. Pickoff throw, and he's back in there. Kicks and deals.
That's the ball.
In the dirt.
1-1.
Nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1. And he swings through that one.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the frame. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. The wind of the pitch. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And 1 gone. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. The outfield shifted pretty heavily towards right field. In for a strike. 0-1. Holding on to a 1-run lead. Here the bottom of the 7th. In there. Got him looking for the K. Fastball at the letters, throws him for strike 3. Austin Hayes. Next up for the Braves. And that's in there at the knees.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm. Set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and delivered as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Looking to get the tying run on base. That one the other way. Oh, he gloves it. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Dylan Lee.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the Pirates catcher now, Andy Rodriguez. And a pitch. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Comes up empty.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So the lineup flips over. Now the third baseman, Brian Hayes. Wouldn't chase that time. Ground ball, Austin Riley. Slings it across. And a couple of quick outs. O'Neal Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. He's already homered in this game. Line drive, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Michael A. Taylor. The runner on first with 2 gone for him. He was late there, strike 1.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Late with the swing there.
He's really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
2 outs. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the catch, inning over. Staying in the game on defense, Michael A. Taylor. He'll be out center now after pinch hitting. Well, 1-run game. Now it's the right fielder, Max Kepler. Pitching change here, Dauri Moreta.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And a pitch. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. And a pitch. Foul ball, still 0-2. And the righty deals. That misses the zone. Going to count 1-2. And another ball.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3. So here's Murphy now. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Right through there for a strike. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next pitch is outside. And a strike on the outside edge. One down, base is empty. Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 and 2.
Got him. Now 2 away. Digging in, Michael Harris.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. Duran going back. And that one is off the top of the wall. Around second now as they still don't have it. And he gets there. The tying runs at third with a triple.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That was a thing of beauty. Pretty good pitch on the inside corner, but I think he was looking for it inside there and just turned on it hard down the line. Great hustle out of the box.
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. Back at Truist Park. Now J.D. Martinez at the plate. Lee in his 4th year, 31 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2016.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
0 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground, and that squirts through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And here is Brendan Donovan. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's one down. Oh, the throw is wild. Brian Reynolds, the next Pirate to hit. That's in there. Strike 1.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
The pitch. To third, might be 2. Goes to second for 1. On to Olsen. That's 2. And we're back. All set for the bottom of the 9th. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. David Bednar taking over on the mound.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down a win. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
The pitch. Pounding ball here. Rolls foul. 1-run game, bottom 9. Little chopper rolls foul.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Cruz on to first. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. He's 2 outs away. Matt Olson next up for the Braves. First pitch, not close. Oh, great stop. Fires to first, and they get the out.
Quick move to his left, fully extended there in front of the shortstop to make the grab. Up with it, then a strong, accurate throw across the diamond to complete this highlight play.
The Braves down to their last out. Austin Riley next up for the Braves. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two down, nobody on. And a count 1-2. The Braves down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
1-0 the final for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Here now is our final line for tonight. For the victorious Pirates, 1 run, 8 hits, no errors. They led 7 runs on base. For Atlanta, no runs, 6 hits, no errors. They led 6 runs on base. Time to the ball game. A split, 2 hours and 10 minutes.